Hello everyone, welcome to Neurasapiens.
In today's tutorial, we'll learn how to create a histogram in Tableau Public Desktop Edition. And so first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a dataset, the Complete Pokémon Dataset. I'm just going to drag and drop this dataset into my Tableau Public Desktop Edition. And once this dataset has loaded, I'm going to go over to Sheet 1. And in Sheet 1, the field that I'm going to use to create a histogram is going to be the against ice measure. And so first I'm going to drag against ice 2 rows. I'm going to change the aggregation type for this field to count. So I'm going to scroll down here to measure with the option sum. So that's the current aggregation. And in the drop-down list, I'm going to select count. So this will then show me a count of all the records for the against ice measure. Now to create a histogram, I'm going to then click on against ice again, but this time I'm going to right click against ice. I'm going to go to the option called create, and in create I'm going to click on bins. This will then create a pop-up which you can name the field name for bins. By default here it's going to be against ice in parentheses bin. You can name it any field name that you want. And then there's also an option here for size of bin. So by default, it's going to give you 0.811 for this particular field. You can choose between 5 and 20 bins. The larger the data set, the more likely you'll want a large number of bins. For example, a set of 12 data pieces might make sense to have 5 bins, but a set of 1,000 data points will probably be more useful with 20 bins. So the exact number of bins is usually a decision which you would have to make. Here, I'm just going to keep it at the default bin size that's suggested, which is 0.811. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. This will create, under the tables section, a new attribute called against ice, in parentheses bin, and the symbol is also different. So it's showing a histogram symbol. I can then drag and drop this to columns, and this will then create a histogram for me for the measure against ice bin. Another way to create bins is to select the field which you want to use. So the measure which you want to use to create a histogram. So here I'm going to choose against ice. And I can go to show me option in the top right. I'm going to click on show me. And then the graphs which can be created will be lit up and not in gray. And here I'm going to select the option, the histogram option here that's shown in the second bottom row. It will create the same histogram as before, but using a different approach. And so there you have it. This is how you can create a histogram visualization in Tableau Public Desktop Edition.
If you found this tutorial helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe and click the notification bell for weekly videos. Please share the video with anyone who you think would benefit from the content and comment below what topics you would like to learn. If you would like to support this channel and have the means to do so, the best way will be via my Patreon link in the description below. Happy learning, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.